For today's video, I will be reporting the authentic self-esteem and moral identity. So, before I start the authentic self-esteem and moral identity, the brief definition of that is it's the authentic self-esteem and strong moral identity in children are uh, built through positive experiences, supportive environments, and encouragement of their unique identities. So, the children with high self-esteem uh, feel valued, capable, and worthwhile. So, while a strong moral identity, it guides their behavior and actions, leading to empathy and pro-social behavior. So, let's start. So, what is moral identity? A person who uses a moral principles refers to moral identity and a willingness to see things from another's perspective as well as behaving compassionately. And then it develops in later childhood and governs views of the right thing to do. So part of the self-esteem. The first one is self-awareness. Second, the self-concept. Third, the self-control. And lastly, the self-esteem. So what is self-awareness? So it refers to an idea that a child views himself or herself as separate from others. And it develops, of course, during the first year as the perpetual system develops and continues to develop through early childhood and the realization that a child can make things happen. And the self-concept, it is a knowledge that a child acquire about herself and then gradually gather information about the physical appearance and abilities, gender, intellectual abilities, and interpersonal skills. And it occurs at the same time is a more general changes in their cognitive development. And it also affect their behavior. And next is the self-control. So it refers to a controlling impulses, tolerating frustration, and delaying immediate gratification. And it's affected by the environment and socio-economic status. And then it may be developed though through high quality and imaginative play. And then it better be able to be regulated as children's age. And what is self-esteem? So it refers to how a child evaluates the self about whom she has or he has learned. So how to build a authentic self-esteem? Uh, as a future educator, we must focus on the competence. Uh, Children need to feel like they can succeed in various areas. We can encourage them to try new things and celebrate their efforts. And even if they don't achieve perfections, and then we can embrace their mistakes as learning opportunities. So we don't punish them for their errors. Instead, we can help the children learn from them, and also they can develop resilience. And we can also promote a sense of belonging. We can encourage children to make friends and participate in activities where they feel accepted and, of course, feel valued. And then we can also provide a positive reinforcement. So we can praise them in their effort and the accomplishment they have, and also rather than just focusing on the results. And also we can model positive self-esteem. uh, Children learn by observing on how adults interact with themselves and others. We can show them how to accept their flaws and focus on the personal growth.
Klase mo?
And then we can help children develop a sense of control. We can allow them to make choices and take responsibility for their actions. And also, uh, to support their exploration and interest in life. So we encourage them to pursue activities that they enjoy and that build their skills and confidence. Next, so self-esteem developed by adults. They can influence a child's self-esteem. So children's opinion about their competence, control, and worth develops out of interaction with family members, teachers, and others in their social environment. So it reflected in adults' attitude toward children. So the self-esteem affected by children's belief that adults possess superior wisdom and judgments. And it's also impact the negative data leads to negative self-esteem. So the specific practice that affect the child's self-esteem is to believe in and adopt an authoritative caregiving style, and then plan appropriate activities that area deserving of children's time. Then express a genuine interest in children and their activities, and also give meaningful feedback to children. So, how to develop a moral identity? So, we can model a ethical behavior to children because children learn a moral values by observing the behavior of their parents, teachers, and other role models. So we can model no the good behavior for children, and then encourage the empathy and compassion. We can talk about how their actions affect others and help children develop a sense of responsibility for the well-being of their community. So for my conclusion, a moral identity is supported by genuine self-esteem, which has its foundation on a genuine self-acceptance and is a stable foundation for moral decision making. And individuals are more likely to behave in compliance with their truly held moral principles. So when they possess a genuine feeling of self-worth. So a strong moral identity instills a person with feeling of integrity and purpose, and it's supporting the true self-esteem. So that would be all with my reporting. Thank you for listening, and God bless everyone.